there, so here we go. What are the gene keys and how does it relate to you? Well, the wonderful thing about it is that we are, even though we look physical and it appears to be a physical world around us, we're actually spiritual beings. What does that mean? It means we're souls. What does that mean? It means that the soul records its experiences through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Everything that it experiences with a lack of love, with a lack of truth, with a lack of light, creates karma. Negative karma that needs to be lived out, it needs to be felt, and that equals suffering. Fundamentally, it equals suffering. You notice it more and more and more and more in this world that we're all sharing together. You notice that the people that have the most, that consume the most, are basically the most miserable. And of course, you know, there's lots of people that have nothing whatsoever and don't even have anything to eat and they're stuck in survival mode that are pretty miserable as well. But what we do know from this culture, it's proven unequivocally that pleasure does not equal happiness. Pleasure does not equal happiness. And that just because something tastes good or feels good, not doing it more and more and more and more isn't necessarily going to make you feel better and better and better and better. What we're realizing, what we're experiencing is that the more you serve, the more you give, the more you share, the more you care, the better you feel, and the more enriched you are by that experience. So like I said in that little 1-minute introduction, there's a lot of people losing hope in this world because they don't find purpose and meaning in this capitalistic, materialistic society. But we still have to generate cash. We still have to earn money. We all still have to earn a living. We still have to live a life where we can support ourselves and support the ones that we love. So how do we do that? Well, the Gene Keys can help you understand what your path is in life. For example, you'll see that in the Gene Keys design, in the template of the Gene Keys program, right at the very top, there is a Gene Key called Your Life's Work. Now, your life's work is something that's going to dominate you for the whole of your life. And so it's something you should be intently focused on. You'll see that there's 3 distinct words that define 3 levels of that life's work, the bottom one being the shadow. What does that mean, the shadow? What it means is this. As we descend into the world, as consciousness, the spiritual being, comes down into creation, into the material world, into the physical body, what happens is it loses connection, the feeling, experience of its spiritual nature, and becomes identified with its physical nature as who it is. This is the ego. The ego is simply the name for the sense of self that is based on the physical body, the personality, the persona that goes with the physical body, and then the thoughts and the emotions that go with that persona. That's the ego's domain. And when we're in ego mode, which we all are, especially in the earlier stages of our lives, some of us spend our whole lives locked in ego mode. When we're trapped in that ego mode of functioning, we are in a reactive relationship to life. We observe life around us. We're looking for meaning in the things that appear around us, and it seems that life is happening, something that is happening to us. And the ego is essentially stuck in fear, survival mode, fight, flight, fright, cortisol and adrenaline in the bloodstream, and this is a dysfunctional way of living. It generates neurosis and psychosis and all kinds of human dysfunction. In the Gene Keys, you can see specifically the flavors of this dysfunction that are unique to you, and there are all in the shadow world. So we see this in all the shadow aspects, which is the bottom of these 3 words that define each Gene Key. So that's a little introduction into the shadow aspect.